Today I felt a kind of freedom deep in my chest and profoundly reverberating through my soul, wherever it is. I felt like my mind was free. I felt like I could fly, metaphorically or metaphysically, just like I dreamed of when I was a kid. And it felt like I was doing the things I wanted to do, not because I was acting impulsively, but the opposite, because I was recognizing the things that were stopping me. And the reason I'm recording this, the reason I'm making this video, this becomes a video, is that I've been fighting with avoidance. I've been fighting with avoidance my whole life. And I can remember those moments when I was young and I was afraid that I'd hurt somebody's feelings or that they were mad at me, and I would just hide. I would run and hide, overcome with guilt and reeling from the potential shame that I was sure would hit my body like a bullet. And sometimes it was there, but mostly it was just me hiding. And I learned that avoidance is a key aspect of trauma and PTSD, and I don't want this to be a trauma dump because we've got social media for that. But I want to talk about what that's been like and how I try to fight it. Like, I try to fight something that thinks it's keeping me alive, but is really removing me from everything that makes life worth living. Polar. Most of the time, it's like a quiet tug forward, or a snag around my ankle dragging me down a bit. Other times, it's a particle accelerator. The Higgs boson. Volatile and impossible to predict or control. Or yet still, it's desperately trying to stay afloat while 1,000-ton weights drag me down, leaving me gasping for breath. Some would call it psychopathy. Others still would call it a creative gift. Most of the time, I would call it the way I get up in the morning and smile at my plants, or the jokes I make and the photos I take, because it's a part of me, these twin poles. In the same way, every yin carries a bit of yang, wherever it goes. Today I talked to one of my friends, an older friend, someone I've known for a while, someone whose name I think of and I start smiling because there's too many good memories not to. And of course not all memories are going to be perfect or shine with the same heavenly glow. But it's that levity, that joy, that resounding connection. That's what makes it worth it. And I was talking to this friend about an extremely avoidant thing that I'd done. I avoided somebody for months, even though I saw them every day. It made no sense. I saw them at school. I would walk past them in class and I'd avert my gaze like a scared child who doesn't want to annoy their older sibling with their presence. And I can maintain that for months. I didn't know where I had the ability or the strength to maintain it, but I did. And it was weird. And I told my friend this story, and all that they could say is, Hugo, that doesn't sound like you. That's not the Hugo that I know. And I say, you're right. Because avoidance has this ability of making you forget yourself in fear. You get so caught up in the monster you imagine that you're running from, you fail to realize that it's just somebody trying to give you a hug. And what I think is so sinister about avoidance, so brutal, so terribly ironic, is the fact that you were hurt, and the way that you were hurt stops you from receiving exactly that which would make the pain stop.